this is Feel for Days coming with a flavor that seems like it'll be like sugar plum. Diablo.
Yeah, so Diablo is supposed to be a grape,
Happy.
a plum, not sugar plum, a plum, and blueberries. So grape, we had Galaxy Grape, we had Sour Pixel Potion, we had plum in the sugar plum, but a plum is an actual fruit. Plums are actually really good. The sugar plum is a make-believe fruit candy type thing.
It's like what I said in the flavor of when we did our ghost, like how I said it was a fake thing.
It tasted fake?
Yeah, when it tasted fake.
Yeah, watch my review on sugar plum. I'm actually the most proud of that review. I think I nailed that review. But I did not like it at all. It's probably my second worst flavor in water. Maybe first might be
what is the worst?
Maybe peach cobbler, possibly. But
now it's gotta work on.
So then you got blueberries.
Diablo.
So then you also got blueberries after the plum. So that combination is gonna be great if they nailed it correctly, because those three fruits actually go well together.
Unless if the plum's sugar plum.
Unless the plum is sugar plum, exactly.
And
then at the end of the video, I'm going to recommend what I think will go great with this, because I do know about mixtures. I know about what kind of profiles go well with each other. So with this, I'm gonna tell you what I want you to try to mix it with, if it's what I think it might be.
I would like it if it tastes like sugar plum. And I think it will be sugar plum.
All right.
I like sugar plum
tell me about
much. So, this is Diablo.
I believe I got I don't really know much about Diablo, but this is the Necromancer. The Necromancer is the one that throw out maybe magic. It looks pretty cool. It looks like she's throwing out magic. There's 6 different boxes that came out. I'm not getting 6 different ones. So I got the one that looked the coolest to me. So on the side, you got your normal focus, but then on the back, you have,
cool.
I think it's the main character, the Diablo. So let's open it up, check it out.
So this is the
Diablo
tub. It looks cool with this giant Diablo
on front. It's called Health Potion. I don't really play the game much. I guess Health Potion is what you drink in order to get your health back, just like any other game.
So the shaker is cool, very cool, because it is, it's, I don't know why I just said that.
Said what?
Very cool.
That is really cool? I didn't think so, because it's actually kind of boring. It looks like what they do is they just slap a sticker on it to say, oh, this is the Necromancer. Boom, put a sticker on it and call it a day. Instead of having them doing some kind of moves, throwing out their magic, doing something that has some artistic flair to it. There's no artistic flair in this. It's here's the Necromancer, put the sticker on, and mass produce this thing real quick. Instead, put a little bit of effort. This one doesn't really have much effort. So this one's a black top or gray top with the blue insert. So what happened is our camera went out all of a sudden. So I didn't get them opening it up and taking off the seal or taking off the top. But believe me, it's our first smell and first taste of it. So I don't know what happened. Go on, bud.
Some got in my nose. So I never thought that this plum would not smell like sugar plum.
So it doesn't smell like sugar plum? Oh, good. Because I do not like sugar plum.
But it smells a little bit better.
A little bit better. Good. Because sugar plum...
I said batter.
It can't be batter. It can't be batter. Plums, I like plums. Plums have that nice, sweet, tart, a little bit of bitterness. Depends if you get like a purple or a red one. Depends if it has more of a texture, hard feel, or if it's really juicy. Different plums have different characteristics. If it's a real plum in here, it should taste good, because plums go great with blueberries and also grapes. So if it is a real plum with grape and blueberries, it should smell and taste good. Maybe not smell, but at least taste good. Go on.
Plum and bread.
Smells like bread?
Yeah.
You said it smells like bread?
Yeah.
So it smells like a plum bread.
No! It's not plum bread.
Okay, so bread. That's a new one.
My hands are sweaty.
Yeah, it is right on the bread part.
He's what?
He's right on the bread.
He's right on the bread part. It smells yeasty.
Yes, yeah, it's yeast.
This is a first. There's no way it smells yeasty. Don't blow in it. You got powder all over your glasses now, bro.
It's grapey,
Okay.
yeasty, bready.
Grapey yeasty. That doesn't sound very good when you have the yeasties in it. Alright, so I definitely get the grape. It doesn't smell like a fresh grape, a real grape. It smells like a lollipop like grape. I smell a little bit of blueberry, and whatever is extra after that might be the plum. But it's not floral notes like the sugar plum. Sugar plum was not good. Didn't like it at all. I gave like a 5 something maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. No. They tried, but they put flowers on top of it, of the drink. It's like having a great meal. They put the flowers on top that weren't edible flowers, and it ended up tasting like flowers.
Smarty Pants here, who's trying to be Smarty Pants. Does it have a yeast? Am I the Smarty Pants? Or
I think he might be the Smarty Pants because he's the one that first said it smells like bread.
Smarty Pants!
It has a grape, blueberry, and something different in it that's not like sugar plum. Maybe a little bit of a plum, maybe, possibly. But there is some kind of
yeast,
bready yeast type smell to it.
I don't know how to say this, but it just barely smells like onions.
Like onions? Now you're making stuff up.
I'm not.
I know we got the bread kind of weird, which was kind of true. But the onion part, it can't have a smell of onions. It's gonna make you cry. You about to cry from drinking that?
Yeah. Plummy, grapey, blueberry. That's it.
That's it. No way.
Yeah, that's all I pretty much get. It's all it is just a weird plum. And all that I said.
A weird plum. So the plum is at the forefront.
Why are we keep on saying
it's at the back front?
The backpack.
Yeah, the backpack.
All right. So this right here has a smell of like a grape lollipop. So not fresh grape. It's different. If I did not know the flavors, it would be hard to be able to bring out exactly what stuff is. It's a melting pot of those three, probably. Those smells of those three fruits. I don't get the floral notes, which is great. I don't get the sugar plum floral notes.
Yay!
Got a little bit of grape, possibly. It's just a little bit weird, actually.
Yay!
But that's not a bad thing. I actually like different. Different's good. It makes you kind of intrigued as you drink it. Because you're like, oh, I never had this before. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's different. I like that. That's the kind of stuff you want out of food, out of drinks, out of anything that you taste. You want a little bit of like uniqueness to it.
Not sugar plum unique.
But not sugar plum. Sugar plum would have been great if they would have left out the floral. And knocked down the sweetness just a little bit.
We only get 1 ounce!
Chalky. Well, I shucked it up really well. Perfect amount of water to scoop.
Still chalky.
It's chalky. That's not good. He actually usually is the one that can taste the chalkiness.
Grape. Blueberry. When you just keep it in your mouth for a whole long time. I'm not kidding about that.
What?
There's lemon.
There's lemon in it?
Yeah.
So it's a citrusy.
When you keep it in your mouth for a whole time and you don't swallow it for a long time, it gets lemony inside.
Okay.
But when you swallow it, it's not lemon.
My turn. He's right on the chalkiness. It's a good kind of plum, like what Dad wants. It's tart. It's sweet. It's not having a floweriness to it.
Okay. Good.
It's a good kind of plum. But the thing is about the plum, I'm not getting enough of the plum.
Okay.
I'm getting more of the grape.
Well, that could be good.
Lemonade, I think that's the grape sweetness. And also, I take that back. There's a lot of plum.
Really?
A lot of
Okay.
plum.
But, all right. Let's check this out. I'm excited. I actually bought 2 tubs of it. Got one right here that we opened, and then one that's not open inside the box. I'm getting a sourness.
95,000 years later.
This one's really hard to describe. Really hard to describe. Sugar plum was probably one of the hardest ones to describe. If you watch that video of sugar plum, watch it for me because I was really proud of that one. But I think it might be in the same. It's in the same category as sugar plum, not in the same category in the sense of flavor, in the sense of uniqueness. Sugar plum is very unique. They went for it in the sense that they didn't know what these flavors would taste like in their mind before they made it. They just know that these flavors go well together. You've got grapes, plums, and blueberries. All 3 go well together. They're mixed to a point where none of them stand out among the rest. It's almost you're kind of searching for each one of them, which is not a great thing when you're trying to make a flavor. You want them, because what happens is all these flavors compete against each other, and it ends up becoming a melting pot of all 3, and you can't pull out which flavor is
A
what.
melting pot of magic?
So when you meld flavors together with the same ratio, they start competing with each other. You don't want stuff to compete. You want things to accent, meaning to uplift and bring more accents to the main flavor. This one probably has the ratio perfectly of each one, which makes them fight. So you've got the blueberry, you've got the plum, you've got the grape, but when they're mixed together, it ends up almost tasting like a new fruit. It's hard to pull out exactly these things. It's better than sugar plum. It's definitely not a daily for me. However, I'm going to give you, what I want to do is I want to start doing, letting you know what I think you should mix this with. I think it needs some kind of like crispness to it. It needs something nice and crisp. And something that goes good with each of all these flavors are apples. Apples go with each one of those fruits. And also mangoes. Mangoes go with all these fruits.
Make it on a splasher.
Wampa fruit?
Boom. Wampa fruit. Wampa fruit is a crisp, nice crisp
Yay!
apple. It needs some crispness. A crisp apple with the mangoes. Mangoes and apples are great with these. So, with those fruits. So, I would say, I would actually do 2/3 Wampa fruit and let this be in the background. Let that be in the background at 1/3. So 2/3 Wampa fruit, 1/3 that, and to give that extra layerness, but also have something stand out, which would be the Wampa fruit and the apple. The apple's going to be the key in that.
So is it a gloop, the flavor?
It's
a
a what?
gloop. You said it makes a new fruit, so it's a gloop.
A group. Yeah, it's a group.
It's
group.
grumpy.
it's a group flavor.
It's a
flavor.
grumpy.
So, all right, so
Grumpy.
let's give us our ratings.
I give it a 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Pretty good.
What was your ranking?
3.5.
3.5. That's on the bad side. That's probably the lowest number you've ever had. Is it bad?
7.5 is
He's gonna get 3.5. It's actually not that bad of a scoring. I don't think it's that good. So
You said
I'm
3.2.
gonna. This is one of my lower rankings I've had in a while. I'm gonna probably give it like a 6.3. 6.3 to me is, I rate it like in the sense of like a scale that you get in school. Everybody understands that. Like a 6.3 is like a 63, which is like a D minus. So D minus. They tried. I think they rushed. It's kind of like in a paper that's coming up late in school. You write your paper, just let's get this over with because we got so many flavors that get out. They wrote that paper so fast, and they had misspellings in it. They had too many words, no commas. This is what this was. Too many words, not enough commas, not enough things in between. So
No commas.
yeah, no commas. So 6.3 in the low end of okay. Going is probably in the low end of okay. All right. So make sure you
Like
And subscribe. And after you see it, blow up dab.
After you see it, explode.